What's going on, boys? How you doing? Vladdy, CJ Fit, whoever else is in here. Let's get right into it. We got a ton of charts to go over. Great couple of weeks here at MSL. We've been crushing absolutely everything. If you're in the group, congratulations. I know you're up. SPY, just a sideways day. SPY, SPX, ES, whatever you want to trade. Completely sideways trade day. Told you guys this morning I didn't expect much out of today after an absolute ripper almost 5 or 6 days in a row. Since last Thursday, we've been up in a straight line basically on the indexes. Stocks don't just go straight up, they do go sideways. Actually, a lot of people that play options need to know this. What's up, Rishi? How you doing? Ricari, Marcel's in here. So, a lot of people that play options, they play a lot of calls, they play a lot of puts, blah, blah, blah. The market, 80% of the time is sideways. It doesn't go up or down. It's range-bound sideways. But what did we have? In September, we had a big dump off. September and beginning of October, we went straight down. So now we're rebounding to the upside. 5 days straight up, and today was just consolidation. Everything looks fine. Everything still looks bullish. The trend is still here. What's up, Nils? How you doing? SPY completely sideways, as I said this morning at 9:30 a.m. High of pre-market. We went over it in the morning, went up, chopped around, went back down, touched it, chopped around, and we kind of just stayed sideways. Under which line? 45260. Why do I have that line marked? Jesus. 45260 is the all-time high on SPY. 45260. So today we actually did break above the all-time high. SPY did hit an all-time high today, and we closed at the highest point ever on SPY today. So obviously very bullish. Last time we made that high though, we did dump off for a month, but I don't think that's happening this time. Straight up in line, everything looks bullish. All-time high close, all-time highs hit today. Everything looks great, everything looks fine. Tech, big breather as well. Again, this is normal price action today. We can't just rip up in a straight line every day. We've been crushing everything in the group. You guys know everything's fine on QQQ. Next resistance on QQQ is the all-time high, which is 382.79, 382.35. 382.35, all-time high on QQQ is the next resistance. Other than that, downside is just yesterday's low, which would be 372.70. 372.70 to the downside, 382.35 to the upside. Financial strong, the strongest. Why do I say the strongest? All-time highs yesterday, more all-time highs today, and an all-time high close right near the high of the day. Actually, we did close right at the high of the day. High of the day was $40.22 on financials, and we closed right at the high of the day. That's super bullish on financials. And we're going up more in aftermarket. Some of these bank stocks must be ripping. So we got Goldman Sachs near all-time highs. We got Morgan Stanley near all-time highs. You got JP Morgan near all-time highs. You got MasterCard must start going now. Okay, we pulled back on MasterCard. This was the level for MasterCard, 360.50. I will jump in longer-term calls on MasterCard. Visa as well, little pullback day above, exact same pattern. You can play either or. AXP, all-time highs today. You see the divergence in the three? They're all three card companies, but American Express is all-time high. 454. All right, sorry, Turkey. I don't know. TradingView has been screwing me lately. Maybe Turkey's right. I don't know. TradingView showing me all-time highs at where I told you. American Express, all-time high and closed just 17 cents off the high of the day. So this company, American Express, is the strongest card company. It's probably my favorite play here. If you're thinking about playing MasterCard Visa, I think American Express would be a better company. No resistance above here. So I'm probably going to jump in some American Express tomorrow. There's a free play for everyone that's in here that's not in the premium group. Other than that, we'll go into IWM here. Again, huge day on IWM. We were up only 0.65%, but look at this price action here this morning. Look at this. This is just a straight rocket mode. This looks like it's AMC or something. AMC is in IWM, I believe. Straight rocket ship up and then just sideways all day. So IWM's playing catch up right now to QQQ and SPY. It did not bounce as much on the daily, but today it was stronger. So keep an eye on IWM. As I called out those 235 calls for December, why did I call them out? If the market wants to rip into Christmas, IWM will probably lead the way in my opinion. VIX just keeps getting crushed, lower lows every single day, just getting crushed. Let's see if we get some volatility. A little spike might happen here soon. As you guys see on the RSI, it's usually around the midpoint where the VIX likes to pop a little bit. And right now we're a little bit under there. As you guys see here, comes down and then pop, comes down, pop. So watch out for some volatility. There might be some kind of news or something that drives up this volatility. Just keep an eye on it. DXY on the daily lost all the moving averages, continuing down. Let's see if it can hold yesterday's low. If it holds yesterday's low and starts going back up, it could affect stocks. Yields also kind of strong. I don't think tech can stay this strong with yields this high. At 160, if yields are at 163, 165-ish, tech is it's gonna turn a little bit. So it's due for some consolidation. If yields do not turn down here, I do expect some volatility, a little spike from VIX and a little QQQ action to the downside if it stays up here. If we reverse down, then we continue going up. Let's see what happens. ES just completely sideways, just playing with this huge volume shelf here around 4525. We did get above my level. I thought we were going to chill around 4515 today, but we did rip right through it, and then we just kind of consolidated all day. Everything should move up tomorrow. I'll show you guys the short gamma report. It'll probably say that the call wall has moved up a little bit. Let's see what happens. Other than that, everything looks bullish so far. Okay, let's do SDC. Called the lotto yesterday, seen some flow. Seen a little pattern on the daily. Didn't really work out yet. I'm still holding those. Let's see what happens. We have 2 more days. Now, what did I see? Completely bottomed out. Made a higher low. Now another higher low. Last time we set a higher low, we had 2 ripper days. One 15% day, and the next day we had another 15% day. So the stock moved 30% in 2 days. This time we had 1 ripper day of a 7%. Today we're actually down 3%. So does it change the pattern and keep going, or does it go and lose this low? If this low is lost tomorrow, this call is in the garbage. It's not going to work. STC is not going to work if we lose 543 tomorrow. Other than that, let's see if it continues up. Skills I cut today. I just didn't like the price action. I mean, every single pop is just getting sold. We got through this little falling wedge, had 3 days up, nice. Options didn't move enough for me. Didn't like them. They went sideways. No real red flag yet, but look at how we rejected the 21-day moving average. I've been saying ever since the beginning, 21-day moving average is the first target, 941. The options didn't move there. We rejected, came back down, and that's an ugly looking candle that shows that people were taking profit up there. Anyone that's still in there, I hope you guys get the rip, but for me, technically it's not there, and the options weren't moving enough for me, so I got rid of them. ATVI, absolutely fantastic. Closed at the very high of the day with a lot of bull volume. We're breaking this downward resistance. I seen that beautiful flow that came into it. People are selling puts and buying calls. So let's see, next target for this one, $79 flat, which is the 50-day moving average. And then it can even make a move all the way to the 200-day moving average, which is at $89.50. So if we get the move that I'm expecting, $89.50, there's a couple of catalysts on this ATVI as well. So listen right now. They have a lawsuit, I think today. If they pass that, that's the first catalyst. Second catalyst is earnings on November 4th. I don't think it's November 2nd. I think it's November 4th, but I'll look into it again. That's the second catalyst. Third catalyst is we are in a complete downtrend. Christmas is coming. This is a gaming company. They're going to release new games. So let's see if they release a couple new games and we get a big run up into earnings, which is what I'm expecting. As you guys see here, last time we had a downtrend, I played this run up as well. As soon as we broke the downtrend, we just went straight up in a freaking line, okay? So this is why I go heavy on ATVI. This is why I've played it a ton of times. Look at this. Downtrend, breaks it, and then it just goes nuts. Downtrend, breaks it, nuts. Downtrend, just nuts. I've played this ATVI my whole career, and I've always had a lot of success with this kind of pattern. So we got the pattern, we got the catalyst, we got the big flow that came in. I'm very confident in this one, so let's see what happens. That's why I haven't taken any profits yet, even though we're up over 20% on our calls already. MQ, keep an eye on this MQ. I called this one out 4 months ago. I think Gumball was the only one that took them with me. December $30 calls I took. They're down a little bit. Thank you, Rishi. I will, Dinesh. I'll do it, don't worry. Called out $30 calls. Why did I call them out? This is a fintech company and they accept crypto. This can be a massive winner. They can battle with PayPal, Square, like they can go into that kind of space, and this one could be a very good long-term hold. I'm not joking with you. Equity, in a year or two, this will pay out. I can almost guarantee, in my opinion. I'm not guaranteeing nothing, just my opinion. I think it's a solid company, and I'm still holding those December calls to see if I get paid on those. Let's go into the big boys now. Amazon, I told you guys right in the morning, big tech would probably take a break today. That's why I waited till the end of the day to jump into some 3500s. I like the pattern. I didn't like the close. So on Amazon here, we have the daily setup. We put in the higher low. We absolutely ripped. We got 3% on Friday, 1% Monday. We got another green day yesterday, and today we got red, right? So the level that I have drawn here is 3,400. 3,400, under 3,400 is dead. It's gone. Over 3,400, we have a chance. Intraday, it looked very promising. They were adding premium. When I bought here off this 3,400 line right here, look, it tapped 3,400 almost to the penny. 3,454 cents. So we missed it by 54 cents. But when I grabbed those premiums, this big red bar that was happening, I was going to sell my calls, but the premiums held. They actually went up during this on the calls. So if the bar is going red and the premiums are going up, that tells you the market maker thinks it goes higher. So I held on for a little bit longer. Sold those 3450s for 12 and 11, I believe, on this dump. And I jumped back into 3500s right here for 4. I seen this high here. As soon as we ripped it, we had those 3500s for 4. They went up to like 5 something. I didn't sell them because I was expecting a bigger move back up to the highs. It was no real bad news, nothing really to be bearish about. But we did break down a little bit, but we did close above 3,400. So let's see where we open tomorrow on Amazon. I'm not too worried. I mean, I have a lot of profits from last Monday. Fastly, the best play of the month for me. Called it out at 41 on this little break here of the wedge. As you guys all know, we took 44, sold those for under 50%. Took 45s. I still have a couple of those. Took 47, sold those for 300% or something. I don't even remember. This one actually has more upside in my opinion. I think we do go to 53.50 before I sell the rest of my calls and roll over. So let's see if we can keep going on Fastly for a little while longer. The daily, the RSI is a little bit up there, but the weekly looks fine. I mean, if you look at an all-time chart for this Fastly, it's been much higher. Fastly used to be a $136 stock. So let's see if we can even get back to halfway, which would be around 70. So 70 bucks would pay us a lot. First level up though is 53.50. Let's see what happens there. The weekly is trying to close above the 21-day moving average, which is at 48.50. Any close on Friday above 48.50 gets me super bullish for next week, and I'll probably roll over the calls. LC, beautiful, beautiful day. Big rip off the open when I called it. But LC is a longer term play. I called out April's for next year, and I took November's just to play a quick momentum move. But I don't think I'm going to get rid of those Aprils anytime soon. This is a 5-year base breakout. Since 2016, this has been under $34. We are above $34 now. That's why the only thing I keep saying to you guys in the group is as long as we close over 34 on Friday, we're completely fine on LC, in my opinion. And I think we go much higher. I think the next level up is 50 bucks on this one. So, yeah, we could get a big winner here, potential huge winner. And the next level is right here. I'll just draw it out for you guys just so you remember and don't ask me 900 times. Around 49, 50 bucks could come, especially with a base breakout this big. We need to look at this volume that's coming in here. And that volume will show up on the monthly chart. So big buying volume, low selling volume. So if we get a lot more volume this month, obviously we still have like 10 more days or something in this month. And if we need that volume bar to get up a little bit more to make this a monthly base breakout, and it should run. SoFi looks great, no entry again. This one's just too strong, man. It's just up here. There's nothing to say. I have the numbers. Anything near 18, anything near the 8-day moving average, 1962, 1811. You can buy any one of these moving averages on a pullback. 18 I like the best because there's a 200-day moving average there as well. I have a alert here as well. I'll move it up a little bit because this thing is not stopping. SoFi, I love it long term. RTX, the options weren't moving. The chart still looks fantastic on RTX. I mean, look at this. This is the same kind of breakout as LC. It's not as long. This is only a 1-year breakout, but breakout, holding the levels, everything looks great. It looks like it wants higher. Earnings are coming up. I'm not sure if it's October 26th. That's what TradingView says. but just looks fantastic. It just looks like it wants to go higher. My options weren't moving enough, so I sold them all like 160 to 2-ish. Still a small gain, but I mean they're not moving much, so I'm not really interested. Don't want to watch it. ATVI we already went over. Facebook, again, big tech just had a little breather today. Facebook looks great as long as it holds above 338. As long as Facebook is above 338, it looks fine to me. Must hold 338, and if it holds, what the hell is that thing? 338, and the next level up is around 356. So as long as it holds 338, 356 is coming on Facebook in my opinion. Moderna just kind of basing out here. Again, I told you guys, wait for the play, wait for the play. If it comes down here to 323.50, if it holds 323.50, you can buy it with a shot to go to 349. Should be a nice little $26 move. So watch Moderna. If it gets anywhere near 323.50, you can take a shot on it with a tight stop. AMD breakout, just kind of flagging here. ASML, which is the chip company that provides the chips to all these people, they said they're having trouble with the supply chain. So all these stocks could take a little breather here or go down. AMD is one, Nvidia is another, LRCX is another. So you see how they're all red or kind of just sideways. TSM, another one. So just keep an eye on the chips. LRCX reports tomorrow. We'll know more after that. But right now they're saying supply chain issues, and chips run the entire universe. So it might not be a very good thing for the rest of the market as well unless they fix out this supply chain stuff. SE, strongest stock, favorite stock, blah, blah, blah. New highs every day. Nothing else to say about that one. Tesla, earnings will dictate what's going to happen. I think they're coming out here in about half an hour. UPST pulled back to the 8-day moving average. More big news on it. I think they signed Berkshire Hathaway. I don't know if it's Berkshire Hathaway or another Berkshire, but the headline said Berkshire, so people got excited this morning. We closed below the 8-day moving average. The number here, if you want to add, would be 330 now. So 330. Can I change that? Nope, can't change that. So just remember, delete this. What the hell? 330. Just remember 330. If you want to take a shot on UPST, this is the first place I would add, 330. I would not buy it unless it goes down to 330. If it rips without me, it rips without me. It's not a big deal. TTD, kind of sexy technical pattern here. So we got a descending channel breakout, but it is kind of extended here. It's been up for like 10, 11 days straight in a line. I do like this little support line. So if it closes this week above $80.50, $80.50 this week, let's just call it 81. I don't want to write all that. But $80.50 close on Friday on TTD, you can take a shot. It should rip back to around at least 90 and then 97.28 all-time high. So let's see what happens. TTD on Friday would be the first time I look at it. Jumia, I know a lot of members are in there right now. I don't see too much of a technical setup here. It is kind of a basing bottom, but my buy on Jumia would be above 22.15, which I have written right here. As soon as it's above 22.15, it proves that it changes the trend. Right now, it hasn't changed shit. We were playing it back here, put in a low, put in a lower high, and then it was putting in a higher low here, but we lost that. So my trend change was not in favor anymore. Right now, the first level we need to get through is 21.25, and then 22.15 confirms the trend change, and that's where I will jump into some. Other than that, I'll do some PayPal for Danish. Looks okay. I mean, they announced they're buying Pinch. I don't know why I have this trend line here. Whatever. It's just holding on the 50-day moving average on the weekly. So 50-day moving average on the weekly is 259.50. As long as we close Friday above 259.50. Wow, read that somehow. 259.50. That's fucking ugly. But yeah, 259.50 is the 50-day moving average on the weekly. Make sure we close above that if you're bullish. It needs to close above that. On the daily, we are even under the 200-day moving average. Damn. PayPal is struggling here. It does not look that good. A lot of selling volume today. They're also buying a company. When you buy a company, you dilute your stock or you get rid of some of your cash on hand, which means the buying company almost always goes down. The selling company almost always goes up. So I wouldn't play this one right now. We're below the 200-day. First time I would touch PayPal is 267.02 unless you're playing it for a scalp. So that's all I'm going to say. 267 turns it bullish. And this week we must close above 260. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say today. Thank you guys for attending. I will see you tomorrow.